Hi, I'm Tracy Heatley and thank you for tuning in to the Better Marketing Podcast, bringing you marketing magic in minutes. This is the podcast for service-based business owners and professional service businesses and entrepreneurs. This episode is all about unlocking creativity in your marketing, even if you don't think that you're a creative type. We'll be exploring how creativity isn't just for artists and designers, it's for strategists, accountants, consultants and analysts too. I'll show you how small shifts in your thinking can make a big difference with your marketing campaigns. Plus, I'll share a client story that shows exactly what can happen when you lean into your own version of creativity. So let's get right into it. What creativity really means. Creativity in marketing doesn't mean coming up with wacky campaigns or being the loudest brand in the room. It's about problem solving, seeing things from a different perspective and finding fresh ways to connect with your audience. If you're someone who prefers structure and data, you can still be creative. It's just a different kind of creative. One client I worked with is a data-driven financial services consultant. She told me I am not creative. Yet, through our work together, she realised her unique creativity was in how she translated complex ideas into simple visuals for her clients, making it easy for them to understand the financial elements that she wanted to communicate to them. That was her creative power. Her marketing became more impactful and she embraced it. So, some quick wins for sparking creativity. First of all, ask, what if more often? Challenge assumptions. Then get inspired outside of your industry. Borrow ideas from others. I'm not suggesting that you copy them. I'm suggesting that if you come across an idea that you think is a good idea, think about how you can adapt it for your industry or for your business. So borrow ideas, adapt them to suit you, and then use them. And try new tools like AI ideas generators or content repurposing apps. New technologies are coming about all the time. Things that can link in with your own creative flair or lack thereof and help you to have more of a creative flair. But give yourself permission to experiment. Not everything has to be perfect first time. Let's talk about podcasts, for example. How many times have you listened to a podcast where it's edited so much that it doesn't sound real anymore? I'm not saying don't edit your podcast. Everybody edits it a bit, but sometimes over-editing is too much. So, sometimes just give yourself permission not to be perfect. Everything doesn't have to be perfect all the time. So if you want to inject more creativity into your strategy, check out my marketing services hub on my website. And whether you want support, mentoring, training, or a fully outsourced marketing director service, I've got you covered. I'll put a link in the show notes. But for now, let's focus on key takeaways because I always like you to have them. So key takeaways from this episode, which is a really short episode, actually. I always say marketing magic in minutes. I think this one is going to be a really short one. But I did want to cover this because, so many of my clients, all my clients are service-based businesses. And there's so many of them that don't think they're creative. And you know what? I've said it myself before, I'm not creative, but I absolutely am. But that's something I've had to learn over the years. So key takeaways that I want you to take away from this is that creativity isn't a personality trait. It's a skill that you can develop. And being analytical and being creative aren't opposites. They can coincide and work harmoniously together. You can approach creativity in a way that suits you and your thinking style. I'm chartered marketer Tracy Heatley, and I used to say I'm not creative, but I know now it's not true. I believe that strategy comes first and then creativity, but the two are not mutually exclusive. If any of this has resonated with you at all, then do connect with me on LinkedIn or drop me a message. In fact, if you do connect with me on LinkedIn, drop me a DM to let me know you've listened to the podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast and you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube too. And of course, you can check out my Strategy Cycle program if you want more tailored support. I'll see you next time on the next episode, which is all about marketing momentum, how to keep going when you feel like giving up. Have you ever felt like giving up with your marketing? Yeah, most people have. And that's why that is a topic that I'm very, very passionate about, because momentum when you're a service-based business is everything. So until then, I will bid you goodbye for now, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Better Marketing Podcast. As always, remember that better marketing means better business. Bye for now.